Hello chums and welcome back to All the Mods 9, Modded Minecraft 1.20. Now, this episode promises to be very exciting. A couple of episodes ago, I asked you guys at home to put in the comments section some ideas for some paintings to spruce up the place, and I'm going to jump in game right now and show you the fruits of your labors. And a quick look at the computer shows us this episode promises to be spicy indeed. So we're looking at a mod today called Immersive Paintings. It's very simple, and I'll show you how it works. You can add this to most mod packs, and it's kind of compatible with a lot of things out there, so you shouldn't have too much trouble with it. We're also going to look at Create Mod Multi-Crafting, which promises to be very cool, and maybe if we can get that worked out, we can work on a Create Flamethrower, ? Well, it might be quite tricky to make, so we're going to look into it and see if we can do it this episode. And in fact, we're going to add number 4 to the list, which is going to be build some houses. Only level 1, but we can crack on with that because we've got a couple of those put down, you can see over there, ready to be built. Okay, well, let's jump in. So number 1, Immersive Paintings mod. What is Immersive Paintings mod? Well, basically, you can put this into your mods folder and it gives you the option to make something called paintings. I mean, yeah, paintings exist already in Minecraft, but we can make special ones. And here we are. A quick look shows us the paintings from Immersive Paintings. You can have a glowing painting or a regular painting, and we're just going to go for regular ones for now. And the recipe for these is super simple. It's any old dye surrounded by paper. We got loads of paper, I think. Yeah, there it is. We'll take it all, because we're going to make a lot of paintings. And as for dye, it's probably a good use for all these poppies that are kind of clogging up our oak iron farm chest. So yeah, red dye should be fine. Now, some of you guys at home have said I should make a crafting grid out of my grid. I will be doing that. In fact, let me just double check. A crafting grid. But the big problem is it requires a diamond, and I'm kind of out of diamonds, I think at least. Let's take a look. Oh no, we have 1 left, so maybe this is the use for it. Well, okay, let's whip us up a diamond processor. So redstone the diamond, the processor binding, and some silicon will get us one of these fancy advanced processor chips. We can cook that in our jumbo. Oh, steaks, lovely. And to be honest, I should have done this last episode, I really wasn't thinking, but a crafting grid basically turns our computer into a computer with a crafting bench, makes things so much easier. So we'll need to dig up the grid, use a crafting table, the processor, and we're good to go. The grid, wait, no, that's wrong. And there we go, a crafting grid. Now how different is this? Well, quite different, because now you'll see in the bottom, we get a crafting grid. Now my worry with this is it's going to draw a lot of power, and we might end up at a power deficit, but that's a problem for later. For now, this is pretty amazing. So with the crafting grid in place, we're going to put paper around the edge, dye in the middle, and boom, we're going to make ourselves 8 paintings. Now, you guys in the comment section gave me loads and loads of great ideas for paintings you wanted to see me put up around the house and around the colony. And I'm going to go outside to a place that I've prepared to put down the first painting. So one of you guys said you wanted a big banner so people know that they're entering Redwood Shores. Now I might need actually a bit of scaffolding here. Do I have any? Yeah, wood'll do. So I've got this big kind of, well, it's not really a crucifix because, well, Jesus ain't dying here, but maybe if he sees this painting, he might. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a painting right in the middle and have it hang down. So the way Immersive Paintings works is once you've crafted one of these super easy to make paintings, you put it down and it's there, then you right click and right, this could be a bit confusing, but basically what we want to do is make a new painting. You can add all kinds of data packs and the mod comes with a couple of custom paintings if you want to just put something simple down. You can also add frames to the edge, like an emerald frame or maybe like an oak one, or a vintage frame, vintage lapis, lovely. But we're going to go with none, and we're going to go to new painting. And now load image. This is where it gets really cool. So I've got a folder full of pictures that I can just drag and drop onto this window right here, and it'll put that painting in game. Now, number 1 is going to be the city banner, so I'm just going to drag this over. And boom, there we go. So basically, I've been using Midjourney, which is an AI generating art program. Really powerful, really cool. If you like that kind of thing, check it out because it's a lot of fun. But first thing we want to do is make this high resolution. So we're going to go max 256 per block. But not only that, you can also configure the size. Now we want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we want it to be a width of 5 blocks. And a height maybe of, well, it's 2 by 4. So we want it to be double the width. Otherwise you'll get some weird stretching going on. And then when you press save, you have to wait a few seconds. And, oh, wait for it. Boom! Redwood Shores, a giant banner for our city. Now this is centralized around the block that you put it on, so we're going to have to lower this by, I think, about 2 blocks. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, now take a look at the back. This lines up much, much better. Oh yeah, Redwood Shores, a giant poster to welcome us into the colony. Oh man, that looks amazing. That's freaking fantastic. Well, we've got some more paintings. Let's get inside the house and put down some more decoration. But it made me realize, actually, we don't actually have much room on the walls for decent artwork. So I'm thinking there's a few things I'm going to want to see when I wake up. Like, I want to have some pretty enigmatic posters on the wall. But we don't have much wall space in here, so what are we going to do about that? Well, I think what I'm going to do is block up this back window so that we get some wall space for paintings, because no houses have windows on every wall. That's just crazy. So blam, 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 some stone bricks going into the windows here just to fill them up. It's still plenty light in here, and we still get some great views of the colony and the coast, through some trees at least. So boom, let's put down another painting. Now I think the number 1 thing I want to see when I wake up every morning, something I suggested, but something you guys also agreed with, is a giant poster of Vegeta. But I didn't want Vegeta just regular Vegeta, I wanted Vegeta in a pink shirt, classic Badman shirt, and looking cool. So he's here with like sunglasses and a cigarette. Now this is a bit of a faux pas. Smoking isn't cool, guys, don't do it. But yeah, I think this is a pretty badass thing to wake up with in the morning. Now I reckon we want this to be 3 by 3. Yeah, perfect. And all of this looks great. Let's get some more colors so you can really see the bright pink of his shirt. Yeah. Amazing! Oh man, what a way to wake up. But I feel like this needs a frame. So if we right click, frame, and yeah, what kind of frame do we think we'll give it? Well, Vegeta's a very kind of blue guy. He's always wearing blue stuff, I think. So we're going to give him a lapis. A vintage lapis frame. Oh yeah, what a way to wake up in the morning. Or even like a pink one to match his shirt. No, I kind of like the contrast of pink and blue. Boom. Now if we come down here into our little kind of ad hoc workshop, there's a lot more space for stuff on the walls. In fact, we could probably empty this chest over here, put it into the computer, and give us even more room for art. Oh yeah. So what else do we want? What else do we have? Well, some of you guys had some crazy comments. One of them was you guys wanted to see Guy the sheep. So yeah, I reckon there's a nice spot over here for him. I reckon like a 2 by 2 of Guy the sheep. Now if you don't remember Guy, he was a sheep that we had in an old series. And he was a receptionist, so he was always on the phones. So yeah, here he is. In HD glory, and this guy is such an amazing receptionist. He can use 2 phones at once. He can hold 2 conversations at the same time. What a legend. Yeah, there we go. Amazing. And we're going to give him a frame as well, because I think he needs a frame. So what other cool things can we do with this mod? Because I want to check out everything from this. So if we add immersive painting, we've also got the glowing painting, which I want to try. We'll put that on the left there as well. But also, check this out, graffiti and glowing graffiti. We're going to check both of these out. So what are the recipes for these? I don't imagine they're going to be too tricky because, yeah, bucket, gunpowder, and dye, no sweat. But, oh wow, yeah, so you get 8, oh, it's nighttime, you get 8 graffiti cans from that one craft. So what makes glowing paint different? Glow ink sacks. Let's have a quick sleep. Oh man, glow and graffiti. This makes me remember like when I was a kid. I don't know if you guys had this too, but I'd have like glow in the dark stickers of like planets and things. on my walls and windows and roofs. Just me? Maybe it was just me. But they were pretty cool. So, I wonder if I can actually spray stuff on the roof like that. Usually paintings go on walls, but in this mod, can we put stuff on the roof? Let's try putting it in the workshop roof. Yes! Oh my god! So we could even have like paintings of the stars. And now new painting, and let's drop something in here. Now you can also use transparent images, so I found this amazing transparent artwork of our old friend Strawfingers. Amazing. So we'll try maybe 3x4. That looks to be about right. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, we can wake up in the morning and be terrified out of our minds by this crazy scarecrow on the roof. So that's how spray cans work. You can kind of just spray graffiti on walls without needing a painting. Well, another suggestion from an amazing Patreon member, thank you very much, was a picture of our first 4 colonists. And we're going to put a painting here. I reckon we're going to want, like a 3x3? Yeah, right in the middle there, and a 3x3. Oh yeah, here we go, Midjourney's finest. So this is what Midjourney thinks our first 4 colonists look like. I guess that middle one down there is Palentia, what was it? Florentia Palladiov? Or something, the Russian lady, because she looks pretty badass, doesn't she? Oh yeah, look at that, these glorious, glorious colonists, our brave souls, the first pioneers, ripperoni in pepperoni. But we're also going to give them a cool frame, I reckon. Something to remember them by. So we're going to go vintage dark oak. Yeah, nice contrast there. Oh man, freaking fantastic. Now when the town hall does get upgraded, we'll have to put this painting back down. But for now, this is a really good reminder of our fallen heroes. Oh yeah, I guess that's supposed to be like a Pax. Oh man. Yeah, so Midjourney is a bit weird. It doesn't quite understand what humans are and how they work. In fact, hands are supposed to be like a weird thing. It doesn't understand hands. So let's take a look at these hands. Do they have all the fingers? Yeah, these hands look okay. Wow, that guy's really ripped. I think that's what Midjourney thinks I look like. And that's pretty accurate. Oh man, it's just so cool. Look at that. Redwood Shores, a giant banner. Oh man. So here we are. A few more paintings have gone down. Somebody wanted an Arctic fox on a mahogany door in a pine forest. And well, he's in a mahogany door there. So that's kind of okay. It looks pretty cool. Also, somebody wanted just a dragon chilling on his gold. So there he is. Looks very happy on his gold. So there we go, a whole bunch more paintings, but let's try a glowing painting as well as a glowing graffiti. So let's see, more glow things. There we go, glowing sacks. Boom. A glowing painting. And we'll make a couple. So you can actually also make some pretty freaking huge paintings. And I'm racking my brains trying to think of a really big wall to put a really big painting on. But you know what? I think we can probably retrofit this wall here to actually be a massive painting. So let's clear this area out here. And we're going to use a glowing painting here, see how that works, because I'm pretty curious. So let's count this. 1, 2, 3. Well, one of the requests was for a picture of my dog. So why not put a picture of my dog here? I'm going to drag it over here. Oh, there she is, Summer. Amazing. And so the height, oh my god, so the width and height can go to as big as 16. Now this is pretty freaking colossal. In fact, this is so big it won't fit on the wall and it's going to take 20 seconds to compile. But let's just see how big it is. Oh man, okay, that's a big picture. Is it going to load though? It's taking a while. There she is. Oh my god, that's amazing. Look at the detail on this giant pooch. Very cool. So you can make some really, really massive paintings. So here we go, 4 more amazing paintings. Now somebody said they wanted a wizard fighting a dragon or chilling at the top of his tower deep in study. It turns out Midjourney wanted to do all of those things. So he's deep in study and fighting a dragon. Man, what a multitasker. Somebody said they wanted, what was this? I think it was a BTS and Stray Kids poster. I don't know what that is, but I hope Midjourney did, and I hope this ticks the box that you wanted, but that's what it is. Somebody else wanted a bat dressed up as Batman, so there he is. Very weird. Looks a bit more like a cat, doesn't he? And last up, somebody wanted a nice big picture of mahogany doors. Amazing. There were loads and loads and loads of painting ideas though, and the wackier the better, so keep them coming in and I will throw them at Midjourney to see what we come up with. Now, 2 of those pictures were actually supposed to be the glowing ones, so what we're going to do is we're going to go back at night time when it's dark and see if they do actually glow, because I'm pretty interested in that. So here we go, night has fallen and we're looking to see if these paintings do actually glow. Oh man, and you know what? They kind of do. So at nighttime, these ones at the bottom are pretty hard to see, but these ones at the top, it looks like they're kind of illuminated from behind. That's really cool. I feel like all of our paintings should be those glowing ones. So pretty freaking amazing, and we can crush Immersive Paintings off our list. A very easy to use mod. Definitely check it out. Next up, we're going to look into Create Mod multi-crafting. So here we are over at the Create Workshop. We're going to be using something called Mechanical Crafters. So mechanical, there we go, we'll put this on the left. These are very easy to make, just electron tubes, brass casing, and tables. You get 3 per recipe, but these are what you use to make items that are bigger than a crafting grid. These are super important for all the mods, because all the mods has a lot of recipes that are bigger than a regular crafting grid, like for example, the All the Mod star itself. Now before we get going, I am going to actually put something on the roof here, because we have a big old barren space, and I do have 1 leftover spray can. So let's just build us some scaffolding to get up. Oh man, yeah, I do actually feel like Michelangelo painting on the roof. And there is quite a famous Michelangelo painting that goes on the roof. Now unfortunately, Midjourney is not the most intelligent of AIs, and that's supposed to be me, and that's supposed to be the mechanical arm. I mean, it's kind of weird, but you know what? I freaking love it. Oh yeah, look at that. Something to look at when we come into the building. Now again, because the roof is an even number of squares along, it's impossible to get this right in the middle. So there we go, a nice little image to look at when we enter the Create Workshop. I'll tidy this up after the episode, make it look a bit more central, but for now it's something pretty sweet to look at. Let's get rid of these planks. Okay, so now it's time to make the mechanical crafters. We're going to have to go back to our computer system and make the electron tubes, brass casing, and crafting tables. Oh man, I do love walking past these paintings though, they are amazing. So if you've watched this far into the episode, what I want you to do is basically give me another thing to add to paintings. I want to fill my paintings folder up with all kinds of amazing ideas so we can add this artwork all over our colony and make it look super artistic, right? Oh yeah, so it looks like this is not enough power for a crafting grid, so we're going to have to look at this generator and yeah, fix this. In fact, maybe it's time we upgrade this coal generator. So generators galore, add some pretty interesting generators. There's a copper generator here that we can then upgrade to an iron generator. I don't think we can go any higher than that because, well, maybe we could do a gold generator as well. So I'll get on doing that right now. So a generator with copper all around it and a block of redstone. Now we'll need a few of these redstone blocks. So we'll make 3, put them in the bottom, furnace, and here we go, a copper generator. Boom. But we're gonna fast track this, upgrade that to iron. There we go, and then upgrade that even further to gold. We haven't got a huge amount of gold, but this is definitely a good use for it. Don't want no pants today. So we'll put this into position instead of the Ad Astra coal generator. And let's see what the difference is. Yeah, as you can see, the power is going straight from the gold generator into the computer system at a much better rate. So the Ad Astra is a nice cheap one to start with, but generators from Generator Galore are probably a bit of a better place for us to start. Cooking with gas, and we're getting enough power now to keep the computer operational. Right, so I was getting distracted. We're making some electron tubes. But before we start this, we're going to need also, to configure these, we're going to need a create wrench. And I should have made one of these ages ago because it's really useful for anything you do create. You just need gold plates, a cogwheel, and a lunar stick. There we go, 3 of those. So boom, a create wrench. Oh, amazing. So I think what I'm going to have to do in future is bring like some cable down here to the Create workshop so we can use a computer system while we're in here as well. Because you kind of want crafting wherever you go. You can do remote crafting, like you have like a portable crafting interface that lets you interface with your computer. And that's cool, but it's a bit far down the line, needs a lot of pricey materials. Now we're looking for brass casings. Do we have any brass in here? Oh, loads. Perfect. So crafting table at the bottom, electron tubes at the top, and then brass casings in the middle. And we're going to want, quite a few of these in the end. So we'll make as many as we can here. 18 is a nice juicy amount. We also want a big place to put this, and I figured right in front of the water wheel is kind of perfect because we can bring the power down right from it. And there's nowhere really else in here. We kind of run out of space to put this down. So we're going to put it right in front of here. So basically all of these blocks work like one big crafting table. We put the items that we want in here. We give it create power via these cogs at the side. And then it follows the arrow system. We're going to need our wrench to configure this. But the arrows push items around. We're going to go from top to bottom, all the way to the final position where we collect the item. Yeah, there we go. You can see the arrows here all pointing down towards the middle and then the bottom. And we're going to need to give this some power. But if we take a look at this piece of stone here, you can see, there's a gearbox that comes out here. We can just feed some power off of this. No sweat. And then we want a cogwheel. Amazing, yeah, now, and all the mechanical crafters are powered because basically one feeds power to the next one. So as long as they're all like connected to each other, they're going to feed each other power and it'll work. So what's the coolest thing we can build in this crafting thing? Well, basically, I found a flamethrower. Oh yeah, capitals, because it is pretty cool. I found a flamethrower from Create. Oh man, now it needs a blaze burner, a heat engine, sturdy sheets. That sounds pretty crazy. But as you can see, this needs an even more complex recipe sequence. This needs 4 deployers in a row with zinc and copper nuggets. Now we can actually do this. I don't think this is going to be a problem. What about the sturdy sheet? Oh my god, okay, so that requires lava spouts and stampers. So we're going to have to build a whole bunch of new processes before we build this flamethrower. I think that might be next episode. But for now, we've got the multi-crafting in position, we've got to give it a test run, right? So let's, for example, show you what happens if I want to make a block of iron. Oh yeah, so we have all these ingots in position. This should create an iron block. Oh my god. I was not ready for this. Okay, barbarians have been spotted northwest on the map that is Never Eat northwest, so it's somewhere over here. Oh man. And it could be anywhere. Now, luckily enough, the first barbarian raid on your colony is not going to be a big one. It's going to be actually pretty tiny. Got my sword, Sword of Legend. It's only a crummy stone one, but it should be plenty to dispatch these dudes with. Whoa, okay, only 2 raiders left, so they're already at the camp? So do you know what? I don't think these barbarians are any risk to us whatsoever. We're just going to leave them to do their thing. I think our guards can handle it, but I can't see where they are. Oh no! Oh no! Where was he? Rhapsody McLarge-Huge. Oh, over there. Oh, how did they get over there? Oh, I think this is the problem. So if barbarians spawn where they can't get to your colony, either your walls are too big and they can't get in, they'll kind of just teleport into your colony somewhere. Either way, this is not northwest. Let's ride out and meet these dudes. And avenge Rhapsody, I don't even remember his second name. Oh yeah, McLarge-Huge. I guess he wasn't McLarge-Huge enough. Oh, here he is. Barbarian scum. Will you be back indeed? I don't think you will. Oh my god, Rhapsody, you got rocked, bro. Anyway, we're getting distracted. The next barbarian raid shouldn't be for a while. They're usually pretty far spaced apart. So let's get back to Create. Okay, so here we are in the workshop. Now basically, if I give this thing power, these things should combine to make an iron block. Yeah, here we go, it's got power, but for whatever reason, it's not combining them. So let's just try and break these. Okay, no, it looks like crafting only begins once there's something in every single slot. So that's not a problem for now. What we can do is literally just dig away some of these. There we go. We'll use these later because there are some crafts that will require this wacky setup. But for now, everything kind of pushes over to this bottom corner. So will this work? Iron in all of these slots. Here we go. It's going to push the iron down. Then try and combine them. There we go. The iron ingots turned into a block of iron. Amazing. And that is how create mechanical crafters work. And it's not just create recipes that mechanical crafters work with. As you can see, we can make anything from blocks of iron to, you know, a mechanism gas generator if we really wanted to. Anyway, that was mechanical crafting from create. It looks like a flamethrower is a bit far off yet, but it does mean we have a lot of cool machines to set up in the create lab so we can make some of those more spicy recipes. Because things like heat engines and sturdy sheets are used for so many things. Fueling tanks for the flamethrower, train schedules. Also, heat engines are used for a lot of things as well. A grappling whisk. Andesite exoskeleton. That sounds like amazing armor. Yeah, we're going to really need to superp our lab so we can get some of these crazy things built. But for now, we're going to get back to basics and get building some of these houses. So we've got some residences over here, and this is going to let us house many more dudes in our colony. Well, 2 for now, but once we get them up in levels, they're going to be a great place for our dudes to hang out. And luckily, Ambriel Festa, Builder Supreme, is still alive, so we're going to get her on these. Now I'm going to go around, gather up the materials, and get her going. So I will see you guys in a couple of minutes for the time-lapse build. So the residences, our first 2 buildings for colonists to actually live in. Now, these build very, very, very quickly because the materials are super, super simple, and they're relatively small builds. And again, because I kind of placed these above the ground, there was very little terrain for Ambriel Festa to clear out. Now, every level of a house can house an additional colonist, so while it can be tempting to just spam houses absolutely everywhere, do remember that as they go up in levels, they're going to be able to hold more dudes. And now you'll also see as the second house goes up, I flipped this horizontally, I mirrored it, so that it looks a little bit different. So this is 2 diorite houses next to each other. And one of you guys in the comments suggested that I add also the other style of house, so the brick style to mix in with the diorite. And that's something I'll also do as we carry on the houses down this street. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with these builds at level 1, a great place to house some early dudes. So here we are, and these are some pretty slick looking places, check them out. Yeah, honestly, these are kind of better than the house I built. Anyway, now that we've got those 2 houses, it would be a crime to end this episode without hiring some more dudes. So let's hop on over to the tavern and see which one of you lucky guys are going to become a member of our colony. We need somebody to replace Rhapsody McLargehuge for 1, but we've also got 2 more rooms for houses. Now, it's weird, right, because the guys that come and visit the tavern don't really stay here. I remember in previous versions you used to be able to come in here and see them all drinking pints and having a great time. But that's not the case anymore. These guys are not having a great time over on Redwood Shores. In fact, they're kind of wandering pretty far out. So here's a colonist, Vita Festa. There's also Bumblebee. Oh wait, no, I think that's a bee. There's also Sklerbitha Jester, Marvin Nergard. Ooh, let's go and see what these guys cost. Yeah. Oh, only redstone for Sklerbitha. But Marvin over here, Lapis. Well, these are 2 things we can easily afford. Let's go and grab them from the computer.
Good day to you.
So here we go. Recruit for 25 redstone. Boom, yeah. Now there's a small risk that when we give these guys the booty, their fee to come and stay in the colony, they'll steal what I give them and just run away. So that's always a risk. Got to be careful of that. It's about like a 2% chance. Now, where is Marvin? I cannot find Marvin. Oh, so sometimes colonists just disappear. Like, they'll only stick around for a small time, and then they'll leave. So we might have to go and hire Benza or Aqua instead. Let's go and see what they cost.
Good day to you.
Ooh, yeah, 23 nether quartz. Well, we can do that. We got loads from the nether. So again, I'll go and grab that from the computer. And here we are back in business. Aqua, welcome to the colony. Now again, the stats on these guys are pretty frickin' good. High strength, high dexterity, high stamina. I think she'll make a great guard. So 23 nether quartz is a great price for her. Boom. Anyway, a massive thank you for watching this episode of All the Mods 9. Things are really starting to take shape. We've investigated immersive paintings this episode as a way to get custom artwork into your worlds, and it's pretty frickin' amazing. We fended off a raid, well, kind of fended it off, and we looked into mechanical crafting from Create. I'm not sure what next episode will hold, so stay tuned for that. But as always, a massive thank you to you guys for watching, and until next episode, take care.